Hello and welcome to today's episode of the Coffee View. The Liberian youth versus tribalism and ethnicity. I am excited to dive into a topic that has shaped much of our nation's history. Tribalism and ethnicity. These forces influence how we see ourselves, how we relate to other people, and more importantly, how we work together to build the future of Liberia. As young Liberians between the ages of 15 and 35 years of age, this message is for you. You represent the hope and leadership of tomorrow. It is crucial you understand the importance of tribalism and ethnicity, how they can both be used to foster individual lives and also to build our nation. Today, we are going to explore how these forces can either divide us or unite us. And we want to continue to use our cultural richness to build or break our beloved country, Liberia. These powerful forces that shape our identities, tribalism and identity and ethnicity, are powerful forces that influence our community. They also impact the future of our nation. On one hand, they offer a sense of belonging, trust, and cultural pride. But on the other hand, they have the potential to divide us, weaken our unity, and even fuel conflict. As a youth, you are the leaders of our country, Liberia. You represent the true future leaders of this nation. So, it is up to you to understand both the pros and cons of these forces so you can build a country that is stronger together. The choices you make today will shape Liberia of tomorrow. One that either unites us by its diversity or the tribes coming together as one people. Or they will fracture us. I invite you to help to go along with me as we explore this crucial topic, but with open mind and a vision for a more united and prosperous Liberia. The differences in culture and tribalism. Tribalism is more localized, focused on the small group, like the Bassa tribe in Grand Bassa County, where ethnicity cover a wide cultural identity that include multiple tribes or groups. Example of ethnicity is the Mandingo ethnic group, which is spread across several West African countries, including your own Liberia, your neighboring country of Guinea, Mali, Sierra Leone, and Cote d'Ivoire. The Mandingo people share common ancestry. They share common language called the Mandinga. Their religion is primarily Islam, and cultural practice which defines the ethnic identity. Now that we have a deeper understanding of what tribalism and ethnicity are, now let us move on to the cons and pros of tribalism and ethnicity. Tribalism often promotes loyalty to specific tribe, while ethnicity is about a shared cultural identity that may unite various tribes under one umbrella. Tribalism is more likely to cause eternal conflict within the nations. Let's take a look at it in Kenya, for example. In Kenya, post-war election violence, after the 2007 Kenyan presidential election, violence erupted along travel lines, particularly between the incumbent president's supporters and other tribes such as the Alu and Kalima. Tribalism drove crisis as different groups felt marginalized, leading to internal divisions that destabilized Kenya. Ethnicity leads a large scale of division. If you walk with me on memory lane, let's visit Rwanda. The Rwanda genocides. In Rwanda, ethnic tensions between the Hutus and the Tutsis, ethnic group, led to one of the world's most tragic genocides in history. Though both groups shared the same common language and background, their ethnic distinctions were politicized, resulting in mass violence and a nationwide tragedy. This conflict transcended local tribalism and became a national ethnic conflict, dividing the entire population along ethnic lines. Both concerns can create strong community ties, but if not managed properly, they can contribute to division as seen in our own country, Liberia. Now let's look at it. We want to visit the cons and pros of tribalism and ethnicity. Tribalism gives you a sense of identity. The tribalism gives individual, let's assume Gabriel. Let's say Gabriel is from the Bassa tribe in Grand Bassa County. Tribalism, being a member of the Bassa tribe, will give Gabriel a sense of belonging. He will be where he properly stationed, wherever it is. Well, in some countries, tribal marks are made on faces and some back, wherever they put them. But he will be able to identify by a tribal mark, wherever it is. He will have a unique connections to his traditions, language, and history. The Bassa tribe, they are predominantly located in Grand Bassa County and part of Riverside and Montserrado counties. Let's look at tradition from the Bassa perspective when it comes to marriage. We assume for a second that Gabriel is a Bassa gentleman who wants to marry a Bassa lady. When it comes to marriage, the Bassa tribe go all out. There is no cause above the interest. The marriages will involve elaborate celebrations with gift exchanges between families. The bride family obviously receive dowries, and community feasts are held to celebrate it from an elaborate point of view. So you see, tradition is important because it preserves cultural identity and value of a community. And this can be passed down from one generation to another. In the United States, if you went to someone's house on Thanksgiving Day or you are invited for Thanksgiving dinner, you would expect to see turkey as one of the main dishes. Tribalism also present a strong kin ties. Strong kinship ties refer to the close and supportive relationship among family members, extended relatives, and even community members who are connected by blood, marriage, or just shared heritage. Tribalism offers social support, provide emotional, practical, and financial help to others in time of need. Tribalism can include listening, just listening, and offering advice during difficult times. Tribalism will also support social ties and strengthen relationships, promote well-being, and help individuals feel valued and connected to their community. It fosters trust and reciprocity, creating a network of care where people support each other, particularly in challenging situations. Now, the question today is, if tribalism will give all these positive attributes towards individual lives as well as the well-being of our country, Liberia, what should Liberian youth envision Liberia to be if the entire country were all Gio people, or all Mandingo people, Va, better still, what if the entire country was just one tribe? What would we be, have the right to envision our country to be like? Well, if tribalism will foster trust and reciprocity with individual group, the Liberian youth should envision a Liberia where if the entire nation spoke one language or belonged to one tribe, there should be stronger national unity, a shared sense of identity. This unity will eliminate divisions based on ethnic lines, promoting greater collaboration, mutual understanding, and collective effort toward national development. The youth of Liberia today has a right to work together for the common good with fewer conflict and focus on rebuilding our dear country Liberia. We will be achieving peace and fostering progress for all Liberians, regardless of background. However, in this scenario, it is essential to maintain respect for cultural diversity, to enrich the nation's identity while ensuring national unity prevails. Preservation of cultural heritage. Ethnicity allows for the preservation of unique tradition, language, practice, ensuring that cultural heritage is passed down from one generation to another. We will now visit the Va tribe, predominantly located in Grand Kibon County and Bumi. The Va are one of the very few African groups with a written language developed in the 19th century. This indigenous script is still in use today for recording cultural history, laws, and storytelling. Diversity, when properly managed, can enrich a nation culture, leading to a vibrant, multicultural society. Ethnicity can foster unity within a group, making it easier to organize for common good, such as community development and securing resources. Okay, those are all the positive attributes of tribalism and ethnicity. What are the cons? What are bad about that? Tribalism, the civil war in Liberia, tribalism was a major factor in civil war, fueling divisions, mistrust, and violence between different ethnic groups. Tribalism undermines national unity. Ethnic loyalty can overshadow national unity, causing fragmentation, distrust, and reluctance to collaborate across tribal lines, which weaken the nation's cohesion. Ethnic favoritism. Ethnicity-based favoritism can create inequality in resource distribution, employment, and education, perpetrating poverty and resentment in a marginalized group. Well, if one person is getting employment, if one set of people are favored to get employment all of the time, if one group of people, they are just favored to get all the resources to help themselves, and the rest of the country is standing by. This is the kind of issue. These are one of the concerns that tribalism brings to the surface. Tribalism also hinders national development. Constant ethnic conflict drains national resources which could otherwise be used for developing projects. I say this for certainty. When ethnic identity takes precedence over national identity, it becomes harder to build a collective sense of belonging and purpose as Liberians, slowing the process of national or nation rebuilding. In conclusion, which of these two is more advantageous? That's a question today. While tribalism and ethnicity have some pros, such as providing a sense of belonging and cultural preservation, these advantages are outweighed by the cons in the content of Liberia. Tribalism has historically contributed to divisions in Liberia. Tribalism has historically contributed to violence in Liberia, leading to national instability and slowing the country's progress toward peace and development. For Liberia as a nation, overemphasizing tribal identity is more harmful than beneficial. A strong sense of national unity where individuals place their loyalty to the country above their tribal affiliation is crucial for long-term peace, stability, and development. I need to make this very, very clear. Please listen to this. I am not advocating that any of you abandon your ethnic identity. I am not saying to ignore that you are Basibe, Guillaume, Gribbleman, whoever you are. I'm not saying that. I respectfully encourage you to embrace and celebrate your cultural diversity, but while actively fostering national cohesion. By appreciating the richness of your unique traditions and values, you can contribute to a more unified, harmonious Liberia, where diversity strengthens rather than divides. Let us honor our cultural heritage while working together toward a shared national identity that promotes peace, that promotes progress, and collective prosperity. By shifting focus from tribal division to common goal, Liberia can heal from its past and move toward a more unified and prosperous future. For individuals and tribes, collaboration beyond ethnic lines will ultimately bring greater advantages as they promote peace, as they promote equalities, opportunities, and collective progress. A focus on national identity will help Liberia recover fully and thrive after the devastating impact of the Liberian Civil War. Now, the future leaders of Liberia, the youth, 15 years old to 35, what should be your obligation today for a better Liberia? First and foremost, I encourage you to promote national unity. If someone asks you today, what tribe are you? You don't have no tribe. From my perspective, you got no tribe. You are just a Liberian first. So I would say this to you. Emphasize your identity as Liberian first before any tribal or ethnic affiliation. I also encourage your peers. These are the same people that will be with you 35 years from now, 20 years from now, 40 years from now in your new Liberia. So lay the groundwork today. Encourage your peers to think of themselves as part of a single nation, working toward a common goal regardless of their ethnic background. You want to also foster inclusiveness. Engage with people from different ethnic groups. Be a friend to the guild man. Be a friend to the bastard man. See the pellet man as your neighbor and friend. See the vibe man as a person that you can hang with. Go to befriend every other tribes in Liberia. We are all one. Shake hands with them. Eat with them. Go to school with them. Work with them. Share your experiences and build relationships that cross tribal line. By understanding each other's culture and value, you can foster mutual respect and break down the barrier of mistrust and division. You have nothing against the pellet man. Why can he not be your friend? You have nothing against a grown man. Why are you ignoring him just because you don't understand him? You, the youth of Liberia, you have the social responsibility to Liberia to reject stereotype and prejudice. Challenge the negative stereotype and prejudice associated with specific tribes. Educate yourself and others about the danger of tribalism and work to deconstruct biases and fuel division. You have that social responsibility to yourself. You owe that social responsibility to Liberia. You owe that social responsibility to your community as future leaders of Liberia. You owe that to us and to yourself. As future leaders of Liberia, to eliminate tribalism and ethnicity, you need to encourage dialogue and reconciliation. Create platform for open and earnest dialogue between different ethnic groups. In your case, different ethnic youth groups. As future leader, you have the power to facilitate conversation that leads to nation building, healing, reconciliation, and long-term peace. You have that power. Don't misuse it. As future leaders of Liberia, you need to live by example. Show in everyday action that you prioritize merit. Show in your everyday life, whether you're at work, home, or play, that you prioritize fairness and equality over tribal affiliation. Whether in school, work, or community, demonstrate that you value unity and collaborations over division. As a youth of Liberia today, you have that social responsibility to support national program and on unity. I encourage you to participate and create youth-led initiatives that promote national unity and peace building. You can actively engage in effort to bring people together. You are contributing to a peaceful and prosperous Liberia just by doing that. Liberia's diverse ethnic group contribute to the country's rich cultural heritage through unique tradition, whether related to religion, community, initiation rite, or arts. While the custom foster a strong sense of identity within each group, it is essential for us, for modern Liberia, particularly our youth, to find ways to celebrate these traditions while at the same time fostering unity and harmony across different ethnic lines. The balance can help minimize division and promote national solidarity. I respectfully encourage you, the youth of Liberia, to embrace and celebrate your cultural diversity while actively fostering national cohesion. By appreciating the richness of your unique traditions and value, you can contribute to a more unified and harmonious Liberia, where diversity strengthens rather than divides. Let us honor our cultural heritage while working together, a shared national identity that promotes peace, progress, and collective prosperity. By embracing these steps, you, the youth of Liberia, can pave the way for a future where tribalism and ethnicity no longer serve as a source of conflict. Rather, aspects of diversity that enrich and strengthen our nation. As we come together to end, as we come to the end of this conversation, I want to leave you with this thought. Liberia's strength lies in its diversity, but only when we use that diversity to bring people together, not tear them apart. Tribalism and ethnicity can either hold us back or propel us forward, depending on how we choose to engage with them. You, the youth of Liberia, have the power to lead this change. I ask you though, to commit to breaking down the circle of divisions and embracing a future where our different backgrounds make us stronger, united, and more capable of achieving greatness for Liberia. The future is in your hands. Let's make it one of unity, peace, and progress. I want to thank you for listening, and until next time, let's keep building the Liberia we all dream of.